Hello everyone, and we're back for another episode of Extinct Rex Originals. For today's episode, we will be featuring the LEGO compatible dinosaur OVIRAPTOR. But first of all, I'd like to thank youtube.com audio library for this awesome background music. And of course, please like, share, and subscribe, and also hit that notification button. Just click on the icons below. Thanks everyone! The winners for the Guess PC contest will be announced at the end of the video, but in the meantime, here's how to join. Just click on the Extinct Bricks icon and go to my homepage and click the community link to see all my posts. Alright, so let's get started with the video. This is the OVIRAPTOR custom that I made, and today Asher will be joining me again to feature this custom of mine. This OVIRAPTOR is actually based off from its living relatives, the cassowary or the cassowarius, which are actually natives of New Guinea and also islands of Australia. For those of you who do not know what a cassowary looks like, here's a picture of it. Asher will come back later for some size comparisons, but now, let's have a closer look. Now zooming in on the details of this figure, you can see that the head is actually brightly colored, especially those of the crest, with reds and oranges, and also the beak colored as yellowish chrome, and then the head as blue, similar to that of a modern turkey or that of a cassowary. The mouth can be opened as such, and also the head can be twisted. This figure sports a very defined bird-like feathering, such as those here in the arms as well as those in the tail. The coloration is very much reminiscent as that of the cassowary, and I actually am loving the colors with the combinations of the blues and the oranges. The feathering details are actually scattered throughout the entire body and is apparent in some parts such as the back of the head, the base of the head, the arms or the wings, the tail, as well as those of the legs, and as well as the body. Now I have also placed here some more details to make it more clear in the dark areas. The articulation is very much similar to that of a LEGO Raptor. And that's it for the closer look. Now it's time for us to have some size comparisons. And here it is beside the minifigure, which is Asher. You can see that the size is quite different. However, in Jurassic World, they always do make the dinosaurs a bit larger than that of the human counterparts. And I guess I am at ease with this particular size. Now here it is compared to a Utahraptor. Now as with the OVIRAPTOR, this Utahraptor is actually also based from its living bird counterpart, which is the Philippine eagle or Pithecia jefferyi. This is one of my most favorite customs that I made because it is actually based off the Philippine eagle, which is my home country. Here it is beside the OVIRAPTOR, which is based off the cassowary. Now putting the two figures together side by side, you can see that there's not much of a difference in terms of the size. However, the OVIRAPTOR is a little bit taller than that of the Utahraptor when it comes to the neck length and also the head. Now if I could just make Asher stand here before we call on our next guest, that would be really great, right? So Asher, please stand up. Alright. Okay, so here is our next feathered dinosaur for comparison. Of course, you probably know this by now. This is the Therizinosaurus. So the Therizinosaurus is actually also based from a living relative, which is the American kestrel. Now definitely when you compare this with both of the previous customs, this is definitely larger. than the Utahraptor and also than the Oviraptor. And here's a photo of the American Kestrel for your reference. I actually like the colors on all three, but I'm also looking forward to have another feathered creature which is a lot more colorful than what I already have. So please let me know of your suggestions and do comment below of what creature that would be. And Asher here would also like to know which one is your favorite among the three feathered dinosaurs here. Is it Oviraptor, Utahraptor, or the Therizinosaurus? Do comment below, guys. We would definitely like to know all your thoughts about this and excited to hear from you. We will be waiting for your comments, but until then, now we will go to our next section, of course, Assembric. Now this figure is actually made up of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pieces. Now it's time for us to assemble it. Let's start with the head. Now I have already put on the lower jaw here because it's kinda tricky to put on. Especially that I have already placed all the paint on it. Now let's attach it to the body and then the lower back. Now let's follow through with the arms. Let's start with the right arm and then with the left arm, or should I say wings. Now let's attach the right leg and then let's finish it off with the left leg. And that should complete the figure. And I know you guys are actually waiting for this section because you wanted to know how this is done. So here is Extinct Bricks at work. Here we will review how I actually made the figure, and this figure is actually based off from an actual Oviraptor already. I did make some adjustments of the sculpt to the head. I have cut off the partially the beak as well as that of the crest on that particular figure. And here it is after the sculpt. I have already base coated it with Primer 68 by Bosny, and then after it has been coated, I actually placed on the primary colors, which is black, blues, and oranges, and then made a few more details on it. And here it is how it looks after the painting. Now after this, I started on doing the more detailed stuff on the figure, which is of course the eyes. So I do this very carefully, and I don't rush it because it really has to be on point and has to be similar to that of the counterpart or the other eye. I can't stress enough that symmetry is actually very essential when doing such figures, so that it doesn't look weird when you look at the figure from the front view as well as from the side views. And also don't forget to put your cap on your pen so that it won't dry up. It's almost end of the video, so it's time for some last looks. When living, Oviraptor was one of the most bird-like of the non-avian theropod dinosaurs. Its ribcage in particular displayed several features that are typical of birds, including a set of processes on each rib that would have kept the ribcage rigid. Oviraptor is traditionally depicted with a distinctive crest similar to that of the cassowary. However, a re-examination of the several Oviraptorids show that this well-known tall-crested species may actually belong to the genus Sickipati, a relative of Oviraptor. It is likely that Oviraptor did have a crest, but its exact size and shape are unknown due to crushing of the skull of the only recognized specimen. it is very likely that oviraptors would have feathers and may have laid and tended to their young by sitting on the eggs and not stealing them. And that is all for the video at the moment. I hope you like it. Asher here is just looking after the oviraptor and his eggs, hoping they hatch soon. And here are the winners of the Guess This PC contest, 5 of which are electronically drawn, and the rest of the 5 winners are actually the first to answer the question correctly. And so here they are: Diego Jurassico, Thomas Pan 23, The Acro 34, Animatronic Bricks, Aaron Wa Productions, Buck Chatterjee, Derek Tade, Jurassic Bricks, Sean Ben Kim, and Master Jesse. Congratulations everyone, and I hope you enjoyed my shoutout. I thoroughly enjoyed this video and also making this custom. Do follow me on my social media on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and of course here on YouTube. And as we always would say, let your inner dino brick roar!